It's Kelly, and I wanted to give you a really great warm up that you can do before a workout. This will be about 15 minutes. And just in thinking about our mobility and getting our bodies really ready, especially if you've had shoulder issues or hip issues, and you really want to focus on strengthening the small muscles and getting everything ready to go. So we're going to start. I want you to start with just a little bit of a mobility exercise, hands planted behind you. And I want you to think of having that right knee down, left knee down, and then switching your feet. Okay, so we're just going to take it to a hip opener. Try to keep your upper body up nice and tall. Here, I'll face the camera so that you can see kind of how I'm doing that. So feet stay kind of planted and you're going side to side. This is level 1 with your hands behind you. And then I want you to try to do it where you've got your hands in front of you and you're not using your upper body weight to try to see if your hips can help create some mobility. All right, level 3, you can stop whenever, or you can just stay at whatever level, is to press up and push forward in the hips. Squeeze your glutes in the back. Come down, do it on the other side. Come up, press forward. Okay, this is level 3. Again, we'll just do 2 on each side. But if you're stuck at level 2, totally fine. Stay there and then keep practicing this as you get stronger. All right, level 4 is you're gonna come up and you're gonna press forward. All right, back down here, back, come up, and then bring one foot and come forward. All right, back down, over to the side, press up, and then, bring that foot forward. I think I did the wrong one on the other side. Here, press up, bring kind of that back leg and bring it through, okay? Good, all right. So before we get into the rest, we're gonna go into a little cat-cow, just start getting our spine warmed up right here, up and down. And then we're gonna move into our shoulder mobility. For this, you only need a band. Any color band will do, and you need a set of light weights. And if you have a circle band, a loop band, kind of like this, I love these ones from Bosu, but you can also just get them on Amazon, wherever. All right, the next one we're gonna grab your band and we're gonna open up our shoulders. Okay, we're gonna go forward and back. And what I really want you to think about is very straight arms. Okay, very straight arms. You don't have to put a bunch of tension on this band. Doesn't matter how far out you hold it. But we're just going to go forward and back and start opening up. Good. Focusing on our posture. This is a good time in your warm-up to think about how your body's feeling. Making sure that you're driving those shoulders down, away from your ears. Good. A couple more. Awesome. All right, the next one is an external rotation. So shoulder blades together, shoulders back. This time you do want to have tension. I like to stagger my stance when I do this. The biggest thing is you want to keep those elbows plugged into your sides. Okay, so you do not want the elbows flaring out. You want to try for as much rotation as you can. This is great for posture, right? You're watching those shoulder blades squeeze behind you. And open it up. If you're counting, you can aim for 10 of these. Good, and then next we're gonna do diagonals. I suggest holding the band with your knuckles up, and then you're gonna keep one hand completely down by your side. The other arm comes as far back as you can, or kind of by your ears, and then you're gonna go to the other side. Good, so pull down with one, keeping it kind of behind your body on both sides. Try for that full rotation or kind of extension as well. Good, so do a couple on each side. The next one you're gonna need your light weights for, and we're really gonna get into that, that rotation of the shoulder. All right, we're gonna go into scarecrow. Again, I like to stagger my stance. And you're just gonna rotate right here to 90 degrees. Try to keep your arms from rotating too far, and you're just gonna go up. You can really start to feel the burn in the shoulders. I'm using 5-pound weights, and this gets really heavy, to be honest. So even if you do this with no weights, or you have soup cans of corn, whatever you might have, 2-pound weights, aim for about 10 of those, okay? And then we're gonna just take a quick 5-second break, and we're gonna go into what I call French doors. So you're gonna take it, and you're gonna go right back into that stance, and you're gonna open and close. 1, 2, 3, and you should really feel your shoulders burning at this point. 5, good. We're gonna do 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so it's amazing, right? Even with 5-pound weights, you can really feel that. Then I like to finish with one more round, maybe just 5 of them, of that shoulder rotation and open, because I feel like we always need a good stretch after you do that. Let those shoulder muscles recover a little bit. So just finish with a couple of these, and then we'll head down to the ground and we'll go into the hip rehab circuit. This ideally, this workout, this warm-up could be done every single day if you are symptomatic and you're noticing things. Otherwise, you could do it just before your big workouts 3 times a week would be great. Okay, the next part that we're going to hips are kind of in a straight line, and your feet are together. You're going to keep your feet together, and this is the clamshell exercise, and you're going to work on drawing that knee up and open. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to roll back. If you notice, it's really easy. You might be rolling back, and you just want to keep your hips stacked the entire time and go down and up. So give me 10 on this side, and then we'll roll over to the other side and do 10 over there as well. Good, we'll go 2 and 1. Nice. All right, so then just flip right over. And you honestly, if you love this one, you can do even more rounds of it if you feel like you really need it. Stack those hips and then open and close. I like to put my hand right here on my hip, and that small glute medius muscle is what you'll feel kind of as you're trying to drive that knee up. You can feel it contract, and that's what you want to activate. That is what we are trying to strengthen with this exercise. So really important to not use momentum, but to use those muscles to help bring that knee up. Good. All right, I think that's 10. So then the good news is we get to stay right here, and we get to repeat all of that. All right, so let's go right back into that glute bridge. Not skimping on that range of motion. Good. 6. We'll do 10 again. And 10. Then we get to roll over and do all that clamshell one more time. Hopefully, you're starting to feel those hips wake up. Okay, get yourself into position. Bent knees. Don't open. All right, there we go. 2 and 3. I've heard a lot of people after we started doing this in class say that their hips felt great. This is really an important way to warm up, right? When we're trying to squat with heavier weights, go lower, do heavier deadlifts, anything like that, more support. Sometimes our hips can get a little bit weak. They can't support those overdeveloped muscles. Okay, that seems to be 10. And so it's really important to create the strength and stability in our hips and the small muscles. We can't forget about them. It's very important. Okay, ready? And up for 10. Good. You can work on engaging your core at this time too. Go 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, great. We still have another section for our hips. We are not done yet. So come on up. You can take that band and put it down by your ankles this time. I like to hold on to something when I'm doing this. So if you have a box, a TRX strap, something like that, we're gonna go into a press back. I like to call it a press back instead of a kick back, so that you're not swinging your foot back, but you're intentionally pressing back. You can turn that foot in just a little bit, making sure you're in a nice straight line. It's a very subtle movement. Okay, I think I'm in 6. But again, you can feel that muscle activate from way up high. 8, good. 9, and 10. Awesome. And then you're gonna switch to the other side. Hopefully you guys can see me here. All right. 1, 2, standing up nice and tall. 3, 4, 5, 7, good. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. All right, then you're gonna take it up, back up to the upper thighs. And this time we've got 20, and I suggest doing them in groups of 5. 5 one way, 5 the other. Repeat that twice. Squat down just a little bit, okay? And you're gonna take nice big steps out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. 3, 2, and 1. Go back. 3. Make sure your upper body is up tall. And then back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Guess what? We get to repeat it all. All right. One more time. Let's go back to where we've got some support. If you've got really great balance, right, you can always do this one just holding. You really do feel this leg working as well, but I'm going to finish off just holding on to something. 5. So we've got 10 on this side. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Whew, I can really feel that. So if you feel it burning as well, you're welcome. You want to have a band that's challenging. 8, 9, and 10. If you have a band that's not quite as challenging, you may get more range of motion, which is also a good thing, because sometimes if your band is way too hard, you might not get much range of motion. So good to have it be appropriate. Okay, here we go. Our last 20 on this. 5, and 1. You're squatting down just a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, you have finished the hip mobility section. The next section is just a general warm up to get you ready for a bigger workout, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a couple inchworm walkouts, push up to child's pose. So we'll go with 3 of these, all right? Walk it out, lower down to that push up, and pull back to child's pose. This is a good time that if you have any extra, tightness in your hips or anything, you can stay here in this section for an extra round. We're gonna walk it up, that's 1. Walk it back down. Press it out. Walk it up. There's 3. And back down. Just kidding. Did I lose count? I don't know. We'll say this is the last one. Good. All right. Then we're going to go into some standing toe touches. 1, 2, 6, 7, just 10 of each. 9 and 10. We've got 10 jumping jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got 10, squat and reach. All the way down, sink down in that squat. If you feel like you want a little extra of that mobility, this is what you can do. I kind of love this one. So then you can also do your squats just from this low position, right? Coming down, bringing your butt up. Otherwise, we're gonna go into 10, down, all the way up, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Either in a class or if you're at home, you can do walking lunges for 10. I'm just going to do forward lunges just to stay in the video for you. 2, keep your chest open. 3, 5, 7, good. 8, 9, and 10. Good. The next one we're going to do is sit-ups. This is the last one before we go into our plank challenge. Ready? Sit-ups. Touch behind, touch in between. 1, 2. Starting to warm up our core. Get used to coming all the way up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, so if you want to get a quick drink of water, you can do that. We're going to go into our 1-minute plank challenge. So what we are doing here is the perfect plank from Restore Your Core. All right, so I'm going to go ahead down. I will face sideways for you. You can do this on your knees or on your toes if you need to fall out of it at any time. Absolutely fine. We are going to go ahead and begin. We've got 1 minute on the clock. All right, feet are together. You are squeezing your calves. You're squeezing your thighs. You're squeezing your glutes. You're making sure that your elbows are directly over your chest, that you're not way out here, that your butt's not way up in the air. You drop it down, you drop down your shoulders, and you're trying to drive your elbows in. And you're really focusing on what's happening in your stomach area. Is the muscles firing up? Can you feel your core engaging? Your belly's at that level 7. And look at that, you guys. We just have 20 seconds to go. Hopefully you're feeling warm. Hopefully you have gotten through this and you really enjoy this warm up. This is a great way to start every workout. You don't need much after this, so you can follow it with one of our 10 to 20 minute strength metabolic conditioning workouts. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Great job. All right, we're going to take 15 seconds to recover, and then we're going to focus on a practice of 30 seconds of a right side plank, 30 seconds of a left side plank. Here we go. On your marks, get set. You want to stack your feet over one another. Okay, one right on top of the other. Oops, and go. And then you want to press up. Okay, you want to look down, make sure you're in a nice straight line. If you have mastered this, you can go into that hip dip, up and down. Okay, if you have, and 1. Nice job. All right. That is your total body hip rehab, shoulder rehab, and cardio warm up. So now go have a great workout. Or if you're done for the day,